Okay, kia ora, good morning everybody. Oops, sorry, it's good afternoon now. I've just arrived into town to go into a very important couple of Zoom meetings, and it's great to be home. Thank you for the well wishes that I continually receive, and it's just something that I don't take for granted. Just arrived in town in Whangarei, and it's a long way from where I live, so just got here, and just some really interesting things happening that I want to quickly post some comment on. And number one is that the Labor Party has come out and announced that they're not going to have any policies to announce until only a couple of weeks or so before the elections. Now that is just simply unheard of. You don't know of any political party that would turn up and start their campaign and then not announce any policies until a week or two before the elections, and that's got me very worried, because what they're doing now, of course, they're giving away your money back to ourselves and making out that they are literally doing something for us, the people. But what they are doing is that they are completely using our money to bribe us into thinking that they're the best thing since sliced bread. But as they say, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And that is absolutely what we need to keep in mind, because what these guys are doing and what they're working on, that we found out overnight, is something that's not going to make us very happy when it lands. But just in terms of announcing that they don't have any policies to announce till just before the election, is something that we all need to be very concerned about. They don't know what they're doing, and other than doing one thing, and that is destroy our democracy and sign us up to these agendas that we know are coming down the pipeline, which is Agenda 21 Sustainable Development and Agenda 2030. Now, something interesting, I was able to look at one of my heroes, a lady called Rosa Koire, Koire. Now, Rosa Koire is one of the experts on Agenda 21 Sustainable Development Program of the United Nations, and she was on the Vinnie Eastwood show just the other day. And she actually paints a much grimmer picture than even what I do, and I think I'm pretty grim on the facts. And she says that really what New Zealand needs to keep in mind is that these programs are absolutely real, and they are wanting to push hard for New Zealand to sign on to it. Now, she's American, she's fighting battles in the US to keep her country free from Agenda 2030 and Agenda 21 as well. And she's an amazing knowledge wrapped up in a small bundle, and what she has to say is well worth listening to. So go to the Vinnie Eastwood show and watch Rosa Koire on interview with Vinnie, because this is stuff that we need to know, because the fight is today, the fight is not tomorrow, it's certainly not their next election, as one of the parties said to me. Don't worry if we don't get in now, because we'll just get in the next election. And well, that's something that we can't abide by, because now is the fight. This is not something in the future. These programs are being forced upon us now, and as I believe, the COVID-19 crisis is just one excuse to do that. And so really what this government is less concerned about is policy, because they think they've got the popularity vote, and that's not true. I don't believe they have. I believe that they've got a lot of people that are in their camp right now, but what's happening is people are waking up very quickly to what's going on, and they're starting to ask all the questions that we've been asking for some time together. Now, the other thing is as well is that we've received 12 different pieces of intelligence. 12 different sources have come to us telling us that this government is planning a lockdown for the first week of August. Okay, I want you to take note of this. We're saying this hopefully as a way of making this government know that we're saying it, and then thus avoiding it, because one of the concerns we have is that they are going to lock us down for the elections, and make it very hard for parties other than their own to be counted at the next election. And why do I say that? It's because now you're allowed to, up to 1 million voters can vote through the mail system, which is not good, because they can be tampered with. And also she's pushing for online voting, which can also be tampered with, and both of them are unacceptable to the traditional methodology of how New Zealanders vote. So we need to be very careful. You need to send your emails into the parliamentary website and to Jacinda Ardern, just saying we do not consent to online voting, and we don't agree with mail order or mail-in voting systems, because they can be potentially tampered with, and that's something that we've got to be very careful of. Now, the other thing I want to quickly touch on today is that we've got some amazing policies that we are going to announce over the next probably few days to a week. And some of the things that I'm really passionate about is housing for people. I think that's a incredibly important topic. And this government, despite all the rhetoric of what they say around housing people, they are not helping anyone to build houses in large numbers that are quality, high quality, warm, healthy to live in, environmentally friendly, and that's a major issue for us. Now, I've been involved with my own little company in trying to help people get to own their own houses, because there's no point in out then building 300 houses for people that people will never have a chance of owning. That's just another form of slavery. And what we can do is work out ways that people can actually step onto the economic development ladder by owning their own property. And there's ways that we can do that, and without having it to cost the taxpayer 100%, and without crippling our country. But this government isn't even doing that. There are so many projects across New Zealand that are stuck in the pipeline because they can't get the money out of the government, which is a very, very sad, because of course, this whole post COVID-19 crisis economic recovery plan just isn't being delivered on, folks. And the sooner we wake up to what's going on with this government, the absolute better. Now, I had a little bit of a giggle last night as I watched David Seymour from ACT announce his campaign to run for the election. And isn't it so funny how everybody's jumping on the 1080 and the firearms and topics. And after his dismal performance in looking after New Zealand for the COVID-19 health response bill voting, I don't trust them, and this is why I don't like politicians, because their integrity changes on a dime to how they think they'll get more voters, and that just doesn't sit well for me. Now, today we're finalising our merger with the other couple of parties, and I was very, very humbled yesterday to spend some time meeting and talking about NZPP at a massive rally with Vision, to have a look at what they stand for. These two other parties that are merging in with us. So that's a total of 5 parties that are coming together to save our country, because there is no time to waste with this. The sooner we all wake up that we need each other to come together to get this government out and stop National from going in unabatedly with their agendas, the sooner the better, whānau. And if we don't do this and wake up to each other and to any bigotries that we have, that's absolutely, it's absolutely sad. So what we need to do is get everyone united, get us all with one intent, and that's to protect our country and work on the things that we know that are wrong and corrupt in our government, where the government believes that the people need to serve it rather than it serve the people. We've got to change things around. The New Zealand Public Party is the party that is going to do this. We are growing exponentially every day. Our average of 100 plus people signing up as members has gone, just chuck that away, it's just gone right through the roof. The other day, in one night, we did 200 new member sign-ups, so we'll be at 4,000 in the next few days of members, and I'm picking that we're going to be probably at 5,000 in the next week and a half, and then after that it's going to steamroll. What we're also getting ready to do, guys, is we're gonna do our own campaign launch in Auckland. We're going to do one in Wellington again. We're going to do one, probably another 2, but the main launch is going to be in Auckland, and I want to send an invite to everybody from all over the country to come in and show your support and solidarity for this movement, which is going to break all the records continuously and into Parliament to protect us all. So I'm going to leave that for now. I've got a Zoom meeting I've got to go into, and I just want to wish you a great day. Keep your eyes and ears open, and send those emails into the media saying that you want to see me on the being interviewed on mainstream media. And you know what? It's worked. We've got some invites now that have come in from different media sources and channels, and we're really excited about that. But keep the pressure on. I also want to report that our family that got stuck lockdown and with no help or assistance about where to go. They were released on Saturday night, but unfortunately on Sunday, which I've got to investigate, I've received contact from another family yet stuck in military quarantine management for COVID-19, and it's just terrible, guys. And this is another reason why we've got to get this government out. It's just all completely wrong. Have a great day all, and I will be giving you another update tonight. God bless. Take care. Kia ora.